Okay, so in Excel, a lot of logic is based on these simple comparisons that evaluate to either true or false. So say we have an if statement. An if statement says if something is true, then do one thing, otherwise, do another thing. Or we have something like a COUNTIF function where we say count the number of cells in the range where this certain criteria is true. And so if you're not familiar with the if statements or COUNTIF or SUMIF, that's okay. We're going to go through all that later. But just trust me when I say that a lot of logic in Excel is based on these simple comparisons that are evaluate to either true or false. So what does that mean? We have 6 different operators here, and they each mean a different thing. The equal sign, most people are familiar with. This thing, the two pointy things pointing in opposite directions, that means not equal to, right? So we'll go through an example later. But this one means less than, and this one means greater than. The way I remember this is that pretend it's an alligator mouth, and the alligator is trying to eat the bigger number, right? So if I do this, this means 1 is less than 2, right? Because the alligator is trying to eat the bigger number, that's 2, so 1 is less than 2. By the way, that's true. So that's true. What if I did this? Now we're saying, okay, the alligator's pointing left, so we're saying 1 is greater than 2. That's false, right? Because 1 is not greater than 2. The less than sign immediately followed by the equal sign means less than or equal to. And the greater than sign immediately followed by the equal sign means greater than or equal to. So let's go through some examples that'll make this make more sense. So this is asking us, okay, the statement 1 equals 1 is true because 1 is equal to 1, right? That's obvious. Would 1 equals 2 evaluate to true or false? Well, obviously 1 equals 2, that's false. Okay, so the statement 1 is not equal to, remember these two things going in opposite directions, not equal to, evaluates to false because it would be false to say 1 is not equal to 1, right? 1 and 1 are the same thing. So what would this evaluate to? 1 is not equal to 2. Well, that's a true statement. How about this one? 1 is less than or equal to 2. Well, that's true because 1 is less than 2. So it would be true to say 1 is less than or equal to 2. Okay, how about 1 is less than or equal to 1? Well, that's also true because 1 isn't less than 1, but 1 is equal to 1. So it would be fair to say 1 is less than or equal to 1. Okay, how about this one? We have cell references now. So B5 and C5. So we're saying B5, column B, row 5, 950, is equal to the value in C5, column C, row 5. So both of these values are 950. That's the same thing. So is it true to say B5 equals C5? Yeah, that's true. Okay, what would B2 is greater than B3 evaluate to? So B2 is 1,000 and B3 is 1,200. So is it true to say that B2 is greater than B3? No, that's false because 1,000 is not greater than 1,200. What would B2 greater than or equal to C6 evaluate to? So B2 is 1,000. C6 is 1,000. Is it fair to say 1,000 is greater than or equal to 1,000? Yep. What would B2 is greater than or equal to C4 evaluate to? So B2, 1,000. C4, 1,050. Is 1,000 greater than or equal to 1,050? No. False. What would B2 is not equal to C2? Well, B2 is 1,000, C2 is 875, so it's true to say that this is not equal to this. What about B1 and C1? Yeah, this works for text values too. So the text revenue is not equal to the text expenses. That's true.